Eamon Khan here for Seconds Out with Kalle Sauerland, looking to get off to a hot start for Misfits Boxing and the Zone. Kalle, do you feel you're off to that hot start this year?
Yeah, I mean, look, we're out early Jan or mid-Jan. 9 fights, Leeds, Misfits debut in Leeds. We're all excited. JJ is super excited about the year, Bams is, and that Misfits trainer. When I come to these events, I never know what to expect. My mouth is always like that. I don't know what to expect, so I'm going to expect more of that tomorrow. Expect the unexpected. It's Misfits. We're in Leeds, on the Zone.
Expect the unexpected indeed, and it was maybe a little bit of an unexpected turn to hear KSI wants to return to the ring, given the last fight, given his maybe downbeat feeling after the loss to Tommy Fury.
I mean, it was obviously he was going to come back, but it's quick. It's not really that quick. He's had, October 14th. He's been back in the gym a few weeks, you know. He's got his trainers up here with him. He wants to make it a big year. We're all still reading over the decision, but that's life. And we'll crack on. And some good time with him up here, talking about plans for this year and generally for Misfits. It's going to be an exciting year.
He's key to this side of the game, right? Him being active, him fighting is what's needed for the sport to continue, do you feel?
You could say the same sometimes for boxing when there's certain names. There's always something that comes after that. And I'm going to liken it to Tottenham. When Harry Kane was there, it's all about Harry Kane. When we lose Harry Kane, we go, mate, you clear the void of a superstar, then always something comes in and replaces it. So that's boxing's done that. You know, how many times, boxing relied on a single person in the weight, and the person goes, and hey, tomorrow there's someone else there, you know.
There's been a key replacement in the form of the PBA replaced by another outfit. Can you explain the decision behind that replacement?
In a few short words, yeah, because it's as you see from the people up here today, it's pretty much the same people. The doctors are the same. It's it's under the EBU rules. That's really not more to say to it than that, you know.
Fair enough, Kalle. I appreciate that. Go on to a couple of things as we widen.
By the way, and on the drug testing side, that it's a VADA event, so it's VADA tested before people start to check on that. VADA's here. VADA's carrying out tests, and that's what it is.
Fair enough. Opening the sphere just a little bit further. Chris Eubank Jr. A lot of people waiting for the future of him.
Yes.
He seemed a little bit unhappy towards the back end of last year, looking for a strategy, and you're looking to implement that this year. What's the likely fight for him? There's a feeling maybe Kell Brook might be that likely fight.
I've seen that pop up. Well, first of all, at the end of last year, we were all frustrated. We've had some very good conversations over the Christmas period. More of those next week, and we'll probably know a little bit more about where we're at. Where's the Kell Brook story? Sorry to ask you a question. Where's that come from this week? Because I haven't located the source. I saw Johnny Nelson say something about it. I see this one say something about it. I got asked a few questions yesterday. But where was that from?
So the last conversation, a conversation between Simon Jordan and Spencer Oliver, I believe, the last saw discussing that fight. But it has been kind of whispered and talked about slightly the past 3-4 months, I guess, at least towards the back end of last year.
Yeah, no, listen, we almost made the fight a couple of years ago. Cracking fight. I just don't know anything about it. So it's nice that Simon and Spencer are talking about it. I think that's great. I love their show. I missed that one. But phenomenal.
Would you looking to push him towards a world title, possibly Yanibek Alimkhalili?
But it's either or. You know, there's the big British ones. They don't involve world titles, and then there's the world title fight. So yeah, we know all about that.
A couple final things from me, Kalle. I'll let you go. A tight 5 minutes.
2 minutes.
Oh, okay.
We're joining.
Good. Filip Hrgović, what is the latest with him? Is he a Wasserman fighter still?
This is a big confusion. He's signed with the Saudis. Okay. So we're still close, but right now he's with the Saudis. So we shall see. I think they're doing a great job. His Excellency, Turkey, everyone down there is doing great things. We've been lucky to do a bit as well with them. We're doing Maurice Breedis now as well with Opataya. So that, it's fantastic stuff happening there, and it's exciting. And I think it's just the beginning as well. I remember I did the first show down there a few years ago with George Groves and Callum Smith in the World Boxing Super Series. It was a fantastic event down there. They've gone on and they've done, obviously the Khan fight, the Joshua fights, the Fury fight, Day of Reckoning now. What a couple of months coming up down there. It's just great for boxing. And I think they've got some things really spot on as well. Really spot on. I'm going to love watching that Matchroom Queensbury stuff as well. Fantastic. We'll fight the winners. But no, joking aside, it's great. It puts a spring in your step when boxing's happy. And I've never been one of these guys that in the last 24 years of promoting in the sport. I enjoy when you all work together. There's not many promoters. So I get the bickering, and I get we also lock horns with certain promoters at times. But at the end of the day, we're all trying the same thing. And boxing ain't working. None of us are going to be happy. You're not going to be happy. We're not going to be happy. And right now, there seems to be a real vibe around that. I'd like to see the US have a strong year as well. There was a couple of highlights there last year, but and we've got to get some big fights in the UK as well. We did the only pay-per-views in the UK last year. I think we did 5 pay-per-views. I gave 3 were Misfits, 2 traditional boxing with Eubank, the Eubank Smith fights, obviously, but it's some big events here as well. But what's happening in Saudi is phenomenal.
Look, no one's discounting Maurice Briedis' abilities and his chances in that fight. Jai Optaia is a great fighter. They both know each other very well, but you're feeling that Maurice is going to come through that fight and regain that belt back?
I've got no reason not to think so. 3-time world champion, smash Optaia, pillar to post for the second half of the fight. He got smashed the first half of the fight, sets up for a great rematch. People who say, he's over the hill, well, okay, fair enough. But he won the second half of the fight, not the first half of the fight. So if he's over the hill and he's an old man, why did he win the second half? Down in Australia, I don't know. Just go and watch that fight. Tell me that it's not a split them down the middle fight.
Quick final thing for me, Kalle. Just your thought.
I'm going to read into Optaia suddenly being cracked up to be the new Mike Tyson. I think he's a great fighter, and I'm sure he's going to go on to go even greater things. And I mean, now he's going to go up to heavyweight and things like that. New rumour every day. I mean, he's beaten Jordan Thompson, great prospect in the UK, and another guy. I've got the name right now, but Zorro, who again good prospect, but Briedis is another level. Yeah, he's been in with the very best. And when I say beating in with the very best, he's beaten the very best. So. It is what it is. He's looking for his 4th world title.
Just lastly, Kalle, a final one, and I promise, that Joshua and Ngannou fight, off of the back of the 2 performances, Joshua against Wallin and the way Ngannou performed against Fury.
Amazing fight. Again, I think they've got it spot on. I'm sure there was other options for AJ. I'm sure Ngannou had other options. I think that's the fight to make. I think got nothing to do with either of them, but I think it's fantastic. It's a bit of a crossover fight again. I'm standing here at the Misfits weigh-in, so I'm used to crossover boxing, but this is fantastic, isn't it? 2 guys who can really bang. The first 3 rounds are going to be super exciting. I think JJ will have the edge on him if it goes further than that. Just in terms of the engine, I think it'll be a very different fight to the Fury fight, which was more a little bit tactical. A little bit more tactical. I mean, tactical. It's always tactical, but this will be. I think they'll go in there for a shootout. I really do. I think the first 3 rounds will be fantastic, and after that, like I said, I think that Joshua's going to, MMA and a fight at this level, stamina-wise, is very different.
Kalle, pleasure's all mine. Thanks for speaking to SecondsOut.
Thank you, mate.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.